Whispers of war, unseen tensions. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, was meant to ensure peace. Instead, it sowed the seeds of resentment. Germany, burdened by reparations and territorial losses, grew increasingly bitter. The League of Nations, designed to prevent future conflicts, proved powerless. Economic turmoil gripped the globe, further fueling unrest. The Great Depression brought widespread unemployment and poverty. Desperate for solutions, many turned to extremist ideologies. Totalitarian regimes rose to power in Germany, Italy, and Japan, promising stability and strength. These regimes, fueled by aggressive expansionist ambitions, began to flex their military muscles. Japan invaded Manchuria in 1931, seeking raw materials and territory. Italy, under Mussolini, conquered Ethiopia in 1935. Germany, led by Hitler, remilitarized the Rhineland in 1936, a direct violation of the Treaty of Versailles. The shadows of espionage codes and ciphers. Behind the front lines, a secret war raged, a battle of wits, deception, and technological prowess. Espionage played a crucial role in World War II, shaping the outcome of battles. Both sides invested heavily in intelligence gathering, code-breaking, and covert operations. The Germans developed the Enigma machine, encrypting their military communications. At Bletchley Park, brilliant mathematicians and codebreakers worked tirelessly to crack the Enigma code. Their success proved invaluable to the Allied war effort. By intercepting and deciphering German messages, the Allies gained crucial insights into enemy plans. This intelligence advantage allowed them to anticipate and counter German offensives. Spies operated in the shadows, gathering information, sabotaging enemy infrastructure, and influencing political events. Unsung heroes' resistance movements. While armies clashed on distant battlefields, ordinary citizens living under enemy occupation rose in defiance. Across Europe, resistance movements emerged, challenging the grip of Axis powers. These brave individuals fought back against tyranny in countless acts of sabotage, espionage, and armed resistance. In Nazi-occupied France, the French resistance played a pivotal role in undermining German operations. They disrupted supply lines, provided intelligence to the Allies, and helped downed Allied airmen escape capture. In the forests of Eastern Europe, Soviet partisans waged a guerrilla war against German forces. These fighters harassed German troops, disrupted their communications, and provided valuable intelligence to the Red Army. Their courage and tenacity played a significant role in slowing the German advance. The stories of resistance movements remind us that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit yearns for freedom. The home front, resilience and sacrifice. The impact of World War II extended far beyond the battlefields, reaching into the homes and hearts of millions. The home front became a crucial aspect of the war effort, as civilians endured hardship, made sacrifices, and contributed to the fight. Rationing became a way of life as governments implemented strict controls on food, clothing, and other essential goods. Women played a vital role on the home front, stepping into traditionally male-dominated roles in factories, shipyards, and offices. With men away fighting, women kept the factories humming, producing weapons, ammunition, and other essential supplies. Their contributions challenged gender norms and paved the way for greater social and economic opportunities for women in the post-war era. Children also contributed to the war effort, collecting scrap metal, participating in air raid drills, and boosting morale with their youthful enthusiasm. Section 5. Technological advancements, shaping modern warfare. World War II witnessed an unprecedented leap in technological innovation, forever altering the face of warfare. Radar, developed in the years leading up to the war, proved instrumental in detecting enemy aircraft and ships. The Battle of Britain showcased the effectiveness of radar in allowing the Royal Air Force to anticipate and counter German Luftwaffe attacks. The development of jet engines revolutionized air warfare, ushering in an era of faster and more agile aircraft. Perhaps the most significant technological development of the war was the atomic bomb. The Manhattan Project culminated in the creation of the first atomic weapons, bringing a swift end to the war in the Pacific. Section 6. The Fog of War, Misinformation and Propaganda. In the chaos and uncertainty of war, information became a powerful weapon. Both sides engaged in sophisticated propaganda campaigns, seeking to shape public opinion, demonize the enemy, and bolster morale. Propaganda posters, radio broadcasts, and newsreels became tools of persuasion. Governments on both sides censored news reports, suppressing information deemed detrimental to the war effort. Letters from soldiers were often censored to prevent the spread of demoralizing news. The fog of war extended to the battlefield itself, where misinformation and deception played crucial roles in military strategy. Decoy units, false intelligence, and elaborate ruses were employed to mislead the enemy. The prevalence of misinformation and propaganda during World War II highlights the importance of critical thinking and media literacy. Section 7. The Human Cost: Untold Stories of Loss and Trauma. Behind the grand narratives of battles won and lost lie the deeply personal stories of individuals whose lives were forever changed by the horrors of war. World War II exacted an unimaginable human cost, leaving millions dead, countless others wounded, and entire generations scarred by the trauma of conflict. The war claimed the lives of soldiers on distant battlefields and civilians caught in the crossfire. Families were torn apart, homes destroyed, and communities shattered. The psychological toll of war proved equally devastating. Soldiers returned home haunted by the memories of combat, grappling with post-traumatic stress disorder. Civilians too bore the invisible scars of war, coping with the loss of loved ones and the trauma of displacement. Section 8. Ethical Dilemmas: Difficult Choices in Wartime. World War II presented a myriad of ethical dilemmas, forcing individuals and nations to confront difficult choices. The use of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki remains one of the most morally debated actions of the war. While some argue that the bombings were necessary to end the war swiftly, others condemn them as morally reprehensible acts of terror. The Allied firebombing of German and Japanese cities, resulting in widespread civilian casualties, also sparked ethical debates. The treatment of prisoners of war presented another ethical challenge. The atrocities committed by both sides serve as stark reminders of the dangers of dehumanizing the enemy. Section 9. The Legacy of War: Shaping the Post-War World. The echoes of World War II reverberated long after the guns fell silent, shaping the geopolitical landscape and accelerating social and technological changes. The war led to the emergence of the United States and the Soviet Union as global superpowers, ushering in an era of Cold War rivalry. The ideological divide between the capitalist West and the communist East fueled proxy wars and nuclear arms races. The war also had a profound impact on the process of decolonization. The European powers, weakened by years of conflict, found it increasingly difficult to maintain their overseas empires. The war had emboldened nationalist movements in Asia and Africa, leading to independence for many colonies. On a social level, World War II led to significant advancements in civil rights and social welfare. Section 10. Remembering the Past: Lessons for the Future. As time marches on, it becomes increasingly important to remember the sacrifices made and the lessons learned from World War II. Remembering World War II is not about glorifying war, but honoring the sacrifices of those who fought and died. The war teaches us the dangers of nationalism, extremism, and the unchecked pursuit of power. It reminds us of the importance of diplomacy, international cooperation, and the peaceful resolution of conflicts. By studying World War II, we gain a deeper understanding of the forces that have shaped our world and the enduring power of hope and resilience. Section 11. Conclusion: Echoes of Valor and Sacrifice. World War II stands as a pivotal event in human history, a testament to both the destructive capacity and the enduring resilience of the human spirit. From the beaches of Normandy to the jungles of the Pacific, the war touched the lives of millions. As we reflect on the war's legacy, we remember the valor of those who fought for freedom and the sacrifices made. We honor the memory of those who perished by striving to create a more peaceful, just, and compassionate world. By remembering the past and embracing the values of tolerance and cooperation, we can strive to create a future where the horrors of war are consigned to history.